I mean, yeah, you'll want to go into Roll20 because if you get to the Vistani camp, I prepare things, visual things you can see with your eyeballs. I know that's weird to say, but I don't care. Yep. I mean, I had to sign in twice. Like, I have both. um. I skip it each time. It's like, do this. And I'm like, no! Crap. They didn't give me access to updates. God damn it! I really need my original account back. Ugh. Alright, we're just gonna start. Once we hit 5 minutes, we'll just start. No one needs updates, that's fine. Oh, that's adorable. Shock. Oh, I have that game. I've played that game. I'm actually surprised I played that game. It's not the game I usually play. It is very uncomfortable for birds. I mean, if their feet are made the same way actual birds are, probably not. Alright. All right. We're gonna quiet that down. Oh, FYI for everybody that's playing game, I put in chat Mists of Ravenloft. That person specifically, they do a Sword Coast soundscape. They have a Ravenloft playlist. I will be going off that specifically for things. So if you guys want to loop the sounds and everything for your side, if you want, you are free to do that. In D&D night. I only have access to the D&D night channels because that one specifically is what's playing right now on stream. If you go to their playing list, like on YouTube, I mean, I guess I could, you can loop it. Shush. Curse. Strahd. Ambiance. When that happens. Share. Copy link. I will post it right now. That's what you will be listening to. And when you're in the tavern, it'll be different. It will be, if you want to do, if you YouTube Google quiet tavern ambiance, that's what's going to be playing on stream. But I have different places. Anyway, let's go. All right, everybody, welcome in. We're so excited to be back. I apologize for the last couple weeks. I've not only been sick, we had a bug bomb our place because of cockroaches. So, there's that.
Yeah, cockroaches.
So we're back. They're in the future announcement. It will be a couple weeks, but in December, on the 17th, which is a Tuesday, we will not be having game because our apartment is finally finished and we'll be moving back there. So, at least specifically for that week, we will definitely not be playing. Maybe not the next week, but I'll keep you up to date. Hopefully, we will get everything situated, internet working, my setup back up, and I'm hoping to do more streams other than just the D&D because I really want to get back into that. But we will see because I work for a school and when the kids get sick, I get sick about a couple of days later. So,
Huzzah.
Please don't send your kids to school sick. Please. As someone that works with kids at the school. Anyway,
I be very careful with that when I work with kids because at the time I lived with my mother who's immunocompromised.
Oh, God. I'm immunocompromised, and stress makes me even more susceptible, and so it takes me, because of my immune system, it takes me twice as long to get over it. Literally, I got sick Sunday night. Not this last Sunday. Last Sunday, a week ago, I got sick. a week ago last Sunday, and I am still dealing with it.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'll be sick for a while. But anyway, besides that, we're so excited to be back, and we have a new player, and he actually plays on Nord's games on Fridays and Sundays. And so I'm really excited for him to join our Curse of Strahd campaign. Let's see how he does.
And we're here to play Dungeons and Dragons!
We are here to play Dungeons and Dragons. And so we will just jump in. I'm gonna switch scenes and catch everybody up. Hopefully, I don't forget anything because of I'm not feeling good. So bear with me if I miss things. But anyway, last episode, our party was invited and tricked, for some people, to come to Ravenloft. Haka, I'm probably saying that wrong because Heka and Amber were given a letter expressing worry and distress of a sick child. And when they got there, the child was fine. Learning that the person or persons that wanted them there was not truthful, and now they're here. Mal and John. Mill. I don't say Mal. Mal again is way too close to the old characters. I apologize. Mill and John were... It's literally one letter. It's one letter difference. One letter difference! And it's not even the same person. Which probably is better because there will probably be more... I'm so sorry, guys, for putting my nose by my mic. It probably would get more confusing if he was the one who...
The voices were the same.
Well, it was just the same player playing the two characters with the names so close together. But it's not. Anyway, I'm gonna get over this. So, Mill and John were on their planes in Faerun. The person they have worked with quite often, recently specifically, asked for some help as a group of people was threatening the safety of their lands. Mill and John decided to agree to help and approached this group of people and were welcome to sit and hear a story about a cursed leader who needed help. They have been cursed, and these people want salvation for their cursed leader. After hearing this story, they agree to venture forth, travel through Faerun, down towards... I was going to say Baldur's Gate, but that's in a different direction, I think. Go south. As they reach the edges of the Sword Coast. Mist overtakes them as they enter the woods, and they reappear in Barovia. The four eventually join up. Heka and Amber, along with their guide, meet up with the band of Vistani, who led Mill and John into Barovia. And as they were talking, Heka and Amber's escort disappears. And they travel into the village of Barovia. As they enter this very sad town, they separate from the group of Vistani and travel south, down one of the south roads towards the burgomaster's house. As at this point, Heka and Amber do not know that this letter they received was a lie. They reach the town, and Heka knocks on the door, and before the person or people inside are able to answer, John and Mill kick down the door. Nearly having the door nearly collide
Very hospitable.
into the burgomaster, newly appointed burgomaster.
By birthright.
A woman dressed in armor, sword at their side, looking very exhausted. They enter the room, the house, and learn that the house itself has been accosted by werewolves over several nights. Last couple nights, not as much. They meet the burgomaster's younger brother, Ismark, who is perfectly fine. And after a talk, are pointed towards the inn / tavern that they walked away from, trying to find the burgomaster's house. It happened to be the same tavern that the group of Vistani walked in. And here we go into where we left off. Heka, John, and Mill standing in front of the tavern. Let me find, because my iPad decided to stop working. Give me a quick second to find the stuff. We're going to, let's see, not too far, okay. Oop, that's way too far. Alright, you guys approach the tavern. Blood on the Vine. Inside this tavern, you're standing outside this tavern, and you you hear you hear talking and laughing and what John and Mill, you've traveled with these people for several days. Just stuff, sounds and life and laughing and it's not as loud that you're used to them making, but I mean, there's talking and rambling. It is starting to quiet down, but they are inside. You can see obviously the lights are on. People are going in and out. Yeah, you are. It is raining at this point. So, what do you do?
All right. I duck slightly as I walk and being really tall, and after that, I'm going to just make conversation with some of the locals here about sightings of werewolves.
Going into the tavern? Or are you just trying to catch someone on the street?
Yeah, John's looking at Mel like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you going inside the tavern? Because you're still outside.
Yeah, I'm going inside the tavern.
Okay, hold on. I was asking, what do you do? Do you go inside the tavern? Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Don't say too many actions at once. Basically.
You walk in. You're welcome to... You now wet because you've been walking in the rain. You got it started raining and you got wet real quick. You walk in. You're welcomed by a warmth. You are mouth words are hard. Alright. I should probably also...
Oh.
Give me a second. I gotta get my book so I can describe the place.
Oh, so warm. Hecka, do you happen to have some sort of magic that can dry up clothes?
Don't know where my
Practice
book
is
went.
gonna turn to you slowly
The towel.
and could just point towards the
The fire.
fireplace.
There's a fireplace in there. That's hilarious. I love it. Not every... I will say, not all... He's a doctor. He's introduced him as a doctor, so you won't assume he knows magic. And even at this point.
They did have a conversation last time.
Was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I watched.
Good. I'm glad you watched it. I hope I was semi-close.
Hecka does have a spell that'll do that, but there's a fireplace right there.
Wasted my time.
And Amber would know full well that Hecka's basically thinking brutes get to stay wet.
Yes. This is karma.
Alright, we are E2.
It is.
Actually, the rain don't bother John. He's used to it.
Alright. So before walking in, a single shift, well, excuse me. A shift of light thrust illuminating into the main square. Its brightness looks like a solid pillar in the heavy fog and rain. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern. You walk in, and you... she's not there yet. Oh, that. Okay, you see a person at the bar. She's gray. She looks semi-young. She looks late, not like young adult, but like late 30s at the bar.
Fox.
She has like, her eyes are kind of not like blind Milky Way, but like they have no color in them. Her skin is pale. Her hair is like a dark gray, like different shades of gray, pulled back into a ponytail, like messy ponytail bun, kind of like it's kind of a ponytail, but it's kind of a bun. Of course, you see the Vistani that you've traveled with, John and Mill. There's not any, like, there's people here. Mainly Vistani at this point. There is a Vistani woman. She's tall. She's her hair's kind of pulled back in kind of like with like a bandana, like pull back that kind of pulls her hair back out of her face. She has like a serving little tray, but she's holding it, and she's talking to the leader of the group of Asami you guys have been traveling with. Smile, and she's very, very charismatic. There are, there is a woman that is kind of serving everybody. She's very stoic. She's not really, she's not very social, but she is like bringing out drinks and food and stuff like that, completely ignoring you guys as you walk in. But the woman that's talking to the Vistani, you would say a leader of this Vistani group, she turns and goes, welcome to the Blood on the Vine. Come in, you look wet. Here's the table. And she points to a table that actually is open close to the fire. Come dry off.
I look at John, I shrug, and I go over to the table.
She's dressed like the rest of the Vistani, but she's definitely, you've not seen her in this group of Vistani. So, like, you don't know who this woman is, but she's dressed like a Vistani. Very motley and bright and colorful. Also, here,
So does some Vistani just live here all the
This is
time
her.
and work here, or what?
This is the lady.
Hello, ma'am. Have you heard of anything on anything about werewolves lately?
Heck is once again gonna kind of turn, and just stare. Like,
Very interesting way to start a conversation, especially around these parts.
I had to
how about
be a
we
little bit
sit
blunt,
and
sorry.
you can relax and dry off? And is there anything I can get you?
What's on the menu? You have a menu, right?
Of course.
no, this is the place where you just dance and look at food, but you don't actually eat it.
I face palm. I'm like, it's a bar. They have a menu.
Well, I never been into this place, so they might have something different than the menu.
Not like they're gonna chuck rocks with words on it at you.
That might be possible. I say with an intelligence 10.
Actually, we have something that's not usually on the menu. A visitor came from the southwest part of Barovia and is helping us do the cooking tonight. Would you like the special?
What's the special?
Would you like... I don't know as DM because someone specifically is making it. We didn't actually talk about what he's making. But we'll just... I will...
I messaged.
You did message. Give me a quick second to read this. A wonderful warm gumbo.
A what? No, wait, a what now? Sorry, just a wonderful gumbel? Is that what I heard?
No.
Gumbo.
Gumbo.
Gumbo for
As
the
a
dumbo.
player, I misheard, and honestly, for a second, thought you said worm combo, and I was like, I know that's not what you just said, but if she did,
It's not what I said.
Becca is gonna be mildly offended.
Ooh.
No, gumbo.
Yeah.
Warm, meaty, warm, especially on a evening in Barovia such as this, with extra rainy today.
You say
Rice
extra rainy. That
and
means it's rainy like all the time, right? Oh, good thing this is waterproof. Now, waterproof. Why did I use an L?
Waterproof.
it has it's a chicken sausage gumbo. It has vegetables, and it's actually, we don't get a lot like this here. So it's definitely special today.
I'll take one.
You might actually want to talk to him. He's looking for people.
Okay, where is he? Yeah, I'll try out the gumbo meal. It sounds appealing. Sounds appetizing. How much?
She tells you the price for like a modest meal. I don't know off the top
Modest
of my head
meal.
what that is. Modest.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, modest meal. I'm gonna
and it
check
will
the
come
player's
with-
handbook for that.
I never asked, but does our... We have different currency, I assume.
in
Do
Barovia,
you
we
accept
take
gold pieces?
anything. We get visitors from all over the place here.
Any coin is good coin.
If it's gold, it's gold. If it's silver, it's silver.
All right.
And copper?
And copper.
Okay.
I turn to Heka. So, how much is copper in your world? About
Copper's
100
copper.
copper. 100 copper
One
is
copper.
worth a gold piece. I sigh. All right. Okay. I looked at the player's handbook.
The exchange rate.
Yeah, I'm talking about exchange. Exchange rate.
Mill
Is the
has the
exchange
player's handbook.
rate? Yeah.
Well, in for Faerun, he'd have the exchange rate for one for 1 silver you get 10 copper. It's the same change rate as is the player's handbook. So, like, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for Humble. It's like, what? That's a really big
Changing
jump.
currency ain't-
It's minted different, but it's the same.
No, I've
But
been in campaigns where it took 10 times as much for everything because the players were expected to scavenge and salvage.
by the way, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Mirabelle. I'm one of the owners here.
Millman Promendros. You can call me Mill.
Lovely to meet you.
This here is Sean, Hecka, and is our NPC psychic with us?
Yeah, your embassy
Amber?
psychic is
Yeah,
always
I'm
with you.
standing on her
Yeah,
shoulder.
and okay, and there's
Always
where's
with you.
Ember? Where's Ember?
Amber quietly just waves at her.
Oh.
And it's Doctor.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Dr. Hecka. John. Mill.
Hecka's gonna
Amber.
gonna stick out their hand and go. Do you shake hands?
Of course. And she takes your
Okay.
hand and shakes your hand. With this just smile on her face. Let me grab you guys some bowls and bring our lovely chef for the night out. To talk to you guys. And she walks back, catches the woman that was she
Bar Grumpet, Server Grumpet.
catches the one that's kind of serving everybody other people, the other server there, and she kind of talks and she looks at you and kind of just like kind of half rolls her eyes and just kind of continues to attend to all the other people. You notice that all the people, now that like you're waiting and you're looking around, all the people are not looking at you, and the ones that are just gives kind of the same look as the other server did, and they're all in like dark clothes. There's grays and blacks and like dirty, like it's like there's definitely looks like there's patches and like it's like self-mended clothes. And they're like ignoring you.
That is strange. Could I roll an insight check to see why like is that not why they're feeling that way, but try to get like a good feel of how people are, like the overall mood of the place.
Sure.
7. I probably have no idea what's going on.
You've never met a group of people this unfriendly before. Like, there's people here and there's like talking, but the loudest people here are the words Vistani have traveled with.
I'm rolling as well. I've got a insight trained, so I'll try that. That's a 17.
Well, you, Hecka, looking at everyone, they are giving odd looks at you and Amber, like they've never seen anything like you before. But like the confusion immediately turns into like I don't care, like astonishment for a split second, and then like back to themselves. They
Amber, I'm starting to think that
you get the feeling that these people aren't very welcome to outsiders. Like this is like so obvious they are not welcoming people to outsiders. Like they give the look of like ugh, that like more of them kind of like more of them situation going on, and it's just like it's not a welcoming feeling, and you're just like
wow, we might as well be in the servant village.
The what
Hi
now?
there. Oh, where we're from, servants tend to be reclusive and distrustful.
Huh.
Sorry, not quite doing Hecka's voice right. My throat's sore, and it's making that hard. Is it servants?
Yeah. Reminds me of what I've heard about the Drow.
After a little bit, you still wait for Maribel to come back. The server lady kind of makes her rounds and makes it to you guys, and just, is there anything I can get you to drink while you wait for your food?
Hmm. I
Cocktails? I don't care what kind of fruit. I just want something fruity. Non-alcoholic, though. I've got
Up and
Something
down.
fruity, but
yeah, I'll go for ale too.
non-alcoholic.
Juice. Juice for Hecka.
Yeah, pretty much juice.
So juice for the little one. How about you? She looks at you, John. Is there anything I can get you?
Ale, please, in a bowl.
Ale?
Ale in a bowl.
Of gumbo.
Yes, Maribel will be out with your food. She just walks up to the bar, and she talks to the lady that is like, just like she's like looking around. She's not like stationary and not looking around, but there's no emotion. There's no surprise when Haka and Amber walk in, or when Mill walks in. Like there is there's no shock. There's no astonishment of what just walked in this tavern. And she just looked at you guys' general direction and then just kind of went back and it's like cleaning glasses. So the lady talks to her, says that there's, as you watch her, you don't see a lot of alcohol behind the bar. There's more wine behind the bar. There is like definitely like she pulls out and she pulls out what you guys asked for, kind of stops and just kind of stands and like looks around, like pulling up bottle, like trying to find juice, like trying to figure out something that's not alcoholic and just like comply to the order. Like she is like isn't sure what to do with Haka's order, and like gives the three drinks, the two drinks, the alcoholic drinks to the woman that asked for your drink orders, and just without saying a word walks into the back to where you assume where the kitchen is, because it's the same way Maribel went. And you hear a laugh in the back. Not like a guttural like laughing at someone, just like kind of like a loud giggle. And you see Maribel come back. The lady with the different, like, it's graying hair, so there's like some, like I said, her hair's like a dark gray, but there's like light grays and like almost white gray, like all mixed up in her hair in this like messy ponytail bun. And she walks back behind the bar, and Maribel comes out with four bowls, and she walks out with not a wine bottle, but it's looks like one, but it's like smaller. And behind her is a man. Lego, would you like to describe your character?
I wrote it down. I'm just gonna read off that.
Is he like sitting in a dark corner smoking a pipe?
No, he literally
No.
walks out from the kid. Like you see, Maribel walk out with the four bowls of gumbo and a bottle in her hand, and behind her, like she walks out, and then kind of stops and turns and like kind of motions to follow her, and she continues to your table, and from behind, like they cut. A man walks out and follows her to your table. And Lego is going to describe his character as he walks over to your guys' table.
I don't have a burp. You see a large man, sturdy worker's clothes, stroll up to the table with the jovial smile on his face. A warm smile. That's the one. That's what I was supposed to say. Not much of. Sorry. I'm never good at this when it comes around to it. Wearing an apron and the only things of note on his person are 2 rings that looks like they've been through hell, tarnished with age. As for physical characteristics, just sort of imagine John Silver from Treasure Planet. Just
Like it all.
less robot.
Dang.
Right, that's cool.
Okay,
I got
everyone. So Maribel walks up. The man is a lot taller than Maribel is. But
Is he as tall as my character?
no.
Ah,
Okay, look. I did text something because I wanted to do that. I don't know. Ambiguous. Let's go with that.
Anyway,
Not that tall.
everyone,
He's rotund.
this his words. Why are they so hard tonight? Crawford Gunner, Ginner,
Grinner.
Ginner.
Ginner.
Grinner.
There should
Advertisement.
be another R. It's what you sent me was Ginner.
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 I've got it written down on the character sheet. Just that it's wrong somewhere.
Anyway,
Oh, didn't take on that. The file name's
Grinner.
correct, but not the character name.
Okay, so Crawford. She introduces him as Crawford Grinner.
I didn't even realize that. Not bad.
From a village down in the southwest of Barovia, has been looking for some group, and she thinks, I think this is a group that they hopefully will be willing to help you. Everyone, here's your food, and she gives you 4 bowls of rice, It's like a stew. I mean, I'm hoping you at least know some idea of what gumbo is.
Yeah, I kind of looked it up. And
it
how big's
had
the
to
bowl,
look
by
it
the
up.
way?
it's
How
not
big is
a big bowl because most people here are
Don't eat 4,000 calories a day.
yeah,
just to
they
be
don't eat a lot.
in
They
shape.
don't eat a lot. So
I just like I stare at the bowl because it's so small. It's like yeah, like it's like pretty small, like pretty small in my hands. I just like stare at it. It's like this is smaller than I thought.
well, not everyone.
Yeah,
most
because
people
of
aren't as
course
big
it's
as you.
full of
And not to be rude or anything, but you are over
giant. He's
the average
giant.
size person that lives here in the area. So I'm sure we can get you at least one more serving if that's not enough for you. So Crawford, this is John, Dr. Hecka, Mill, and Amber. I hope you they're willing to help you because I know you've been having such a hard time finding people to help.
Well, that certainly do look like the adventurous type. What do you say? Eh? You want to hear about a job?
Well, we are on a job ourselves, taking care of hunting down some werewolves. But
Well, what do you know? I happen to be heading right for the head of the pack.
so you have the same job then?
Probably not the same, but he will be close enough.
Although just to get a full picture, what is your job?
My job be to cook. But I've been charged with doing a little hunting. So just gotta clean up a little mess. Go right back to being the cook.
That's
It's
not what I meant.
God,
I say that at the night, basically
an
just
odd
like
combination of skills.
yeah, and
Not if you've been where I'm from.
I basically just like grab this like the bowl that's small in my hands, and I just like ate it in one go.
You chefs and cooks normally hunt big old monsters that apparently come in packs. Where you're from?
Ah, where I'm from here. Everybody know how to hunt monsters. You'll be in a lot of trouble if you couldn't.
I mean, there's already been trouble.
Who was their dad like Coach Gambit?
What?
He's
You
doing
seen-
a Deadpool reference because if you're Cajun, you're attempted a Cajun
he's
accent.
doing freaking Gambit.
Oh, okay.
You never see the third Deadpool movie?
No, I haven't seen the first one.
What?
Okay,
That's neither
so
here
we're
nor
not
there.
going to derail this by tangents. Maribel kind of perks up at your guys' conversation. Are you looking for jobs?
We're on our job already. We're hunting down werewolves.
Who gave you that?
Um,
Who had you do that?
Oh.
The four of you, I don't think is enough to fight werewolves. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I've seen my fair share of adventurers here in Barovia, and you might want to get some experience under those belts before you go and do that.
Oh, yeah.
and probably
No,
still with
it'd be a
weapons.
bad idea. Just go out there right now.
I already have some experience, but it's always good for a team to get some practice
Well,
fighting together first.
Everybody,
Yeah.
Go.
everybody comes. Everybody that's not from Barovia already are always come with some experience, but never enough.
Huh.
So-
Amber, that's foreboding.
How about you follow? I forgot his name. The dude that you came with. My brain.
Without a fault, killing giant rats in their basement.
Hold on.
Right, it's me the least you
I'm
gotta worry
scared to
about around
ask
here.
what you think giant rats are. Like, what would you consider giant? You are over twice as tall as me. Are the rats as big as me too?
Some rats, yes.
Yeah, some rats.
I don't want to go in your basements.
Well,
No,
let's start to meet other rodents of
well-
usual size then.
I've
Stanimer.
been more worried about the forest in the basement around here.
So,
yeah, it's more of a force than two or three.
I'm
Kid.
sorry to interrupt again, but I've been talking to Stanimer before you guys got here, and I would advise following him and talking to their Baba Eva before you go and do anything. Tomorrow morning. Though
What time is it right now, by the way? It always seems gloomy.
Very, yeah, very gloomy. Very, yeah.
It's-
It's quite foggy too.
it's
I think.
about time to sleep. It doesn't get much. It gets darker. When you reach the town, that's about as bright as it gets, and you guys been gone for a little. Staniver said that you were traveling with them, and you were gonna go talk to Baba Eva, which I highly recommend, especially before you go after some werewolves. I heavily suggest you guys get some experience under your belts. I definitely know that there's things around town that Irina might need you to help with.
That's okay.
A lot of things have been happening, especially after her mother's death, that she might need help with after talking to Baba Eva. Especially the disappearances of the Durst family.
The Durst family.
Yes.
Were they taken during these werewolf attacks?
Not that I'm aware of.
And a werewolf, that
They
is.
have two children, Rose and Thorn. They have not been seen in a while. Not that we saw them a lot before the whole family went missing.
What'd you say the kid's name for?
Rose and Thorn.
Rose of Thorn. Yeah. I'll type
And the
it in.
kids went missing first? Is that what?
The whole family went missing, but she just made a comment of the fact that, like, they didn't see a lot of them even when they were. Hold on. Where are they? There we go. So Rose and Thorn are the Durst children. Thorn is the older brother. About, let's see, it's been so long since I've seen him. I want to say 8 or 9. And then there's Rose. She's the youngest. She's probably about 5. We don't see even most children stay around their homes, but we usually see every person here before everybody goes to sleep, before the mist roll in. So they've definitely gone missing since before the
Excuse me.
before the werewolves attacked, before Irina's mother died. Although I will say the parents weren't the nicest people in the world.
What can you tell us about the family?
Not much. God damn it. Give me a second. Love doing that. So the parents, Elizabeth and Gustav Durst, are they're not nice people. I will say, forewarning, most people here in Barovia do not like outsiders. Most, not all. And she looks at Crawford.
Yay.
But
Having a local guy actually might help you out a little bit.
yes, Crawford and people in this village, though we don't see them, you guys, very often because you're so far away, unfortunately.
Not to mention it's dangerous to get there.
Most people here in Barovia are very unfriendly to outsiders like you all, so I'm sure Crawford can help make that a little bit easier for you, because most people talk to fellow Barovians before they will talk to us, to adventurers like yourselves. But the Durst parents were, I would say, worse than the average Barovian. Very.
That's a low bar.
Most people treat their children with some care. I have no evidence myself, but I will say I have seen that there's children with a bruise or two on themselves.
By the gods.
But, I mean, they are children, they do run around, so I can't say for sure if their parents were horrible people. But maybe looking into that will help Irina. I do know that Irina's trying to get her younger brother to the village of Valaki, which is one of the strongest towns with the best defense outside of Kresik. If you want your family safe, regardless of how you feel about activities, Valaki is the best place to take your families.
Valaki?
So, yes, it is one of the biggest towns in the area in Barovia. go west. You continue the main road west past the gates of Castle Ravenloft, and you will eventually hit Vallaki. It's a couple days travel from the gates of Castle Barovia or Castle Ravenloft. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Don't want to go north though. There's a south route. You don't want to take that.
yeah, you want to go. You want to go to the northwest main road. Crawford is correct. You do not want to go south. Avoid the ruins of Perez. But yeah, in the closest the closest vicinity, I would finding out what happened to the Durst family would definitely be helpful to Irina, especially since she's focused on her mother's funeral, which will happen in a day or two. And then helping maybe talk to Irina and see if she needs help with anything else after the funeral. But again, I definitely would advise you talking to Baba Eva first before you do anything. Tomorrow morning, it's not safe to travel at night here in Barovia.
Because of the werewolf attacks?
Oh, there are a lot worse than werewolves in these woods. Hey, you
Crawford
don't
is
want
right.
to be caught outside.
Wait, worse than werewolves? What sort of things exactly?
The mist themselves is dangerous.
Yeah.
The mist likes to creep in at night.
Silent Hill shit.
And
I was thinking the same thing.
If this Silent Hill likes to try and kill you,
And I take and I basically just like
Sounds like
drink
it'd be a home.
my mug of meat in like a second.
anyway, is there anything else I can get you? Do you guys? I'm assuming you need rooms.
Definitely.
Yeah.
One other thing. Where's Baba Eva staying at?
Oh, there's just a camp, Vistani camp, west of the town. It's called the. Oh boy. Give me a second. Tessir
I hate
Pool.
being with this dude.
It's called the Tessir Pools. There's an encampment of Vistani who congregate there since Baba Eva is usually there. I assume since we have new visitors here in Barovia, that is where she is right now.
I see. And this town you mentioned, where is it?
Vallaki.
Vallaki, yes.
You
oh, it's north.
follow
Northwest?
the road northwest. You really follow the main road until it forks and you want to go take the northern route. It's still the main road to Vallaki. If you veer left as you go down it, you will find yourself in the southern road. You'll want to avoid that for a while. Especially since that road does head towards the ruins of Brez.
Got it. So, out of character, what was the lady that needs help with anything? Arena. So,
Burgermeister.
or help Arena with any tasks.
Yes, Arena is busy dealing with her mother's funeral. Unfortunately, we've had to put it off. She's had to unfortunately put it off as she's had to deal with the aftermath of of the death of her mother and trying to protect her little brother. So
And she has to fix her door again. As Hecka again turning to look at.
what?
We thought it
Wait,
was
what?
abandoned.
I knocked on the door like a civilized person. They kicked
The
it down like
Burgermaster
brutes.
house?
The Burgermaster house is never vacant. You broke it down? Why would you do that?
We thought John and I thought it was abandoned. It was
Why
boarded up,
didn't
so
you
we assumed.
knock? It would have been real
It was
easy
a
to tell.
trap, but they waited 5 seconds after knocking. That's not enough time for someone to answer the door. They almost hit the Burgermeister.
Poor Rena.
Why?
Because the lighting in my room is so awful. You can't tell. I'm doing these big old hand motions that Hecka's doing. Just like every like sentence, they're switching like 30 degrees and both hands just gesturing like, yeah.
What?
I'll give a look. Like, what are you doing?
Greg! She calls out. She kind of like hearing the news of Irina's front door being kicked in. She's like, "Oh my god!" And she like goes to the staircase that goes upstairs, and she calls up, "Greg, can you please come down?"
The consequences.
And a man rushes down. He's this tan skin, smile. He's kind of like in sleep with like it's colorful, a lot colorful than like it's almost super colorful like the rest of the Vistani, but it's like sleepwear kind of thing. Like there's a shirt and like thin baggy pants kind of situation.
No.
But it's like bright colors, unlike the Barovians in the tavern. And she's like, what? Maribel, what's wrong? And she explains to him what happened, and he looks just like, what?
It's got ourselves a little
Remember a knife?
streets and a full.
What a temporary fix to the door so it won't fall over on its own.
Maribel's, Greg, can you please get dressed and go over and check on Irina and maybe help her with her door?
That'd be awesome. Thank you so much. I apologize on behalf of these brutes.
And he kind of looks at you guys that are by the fire, and he's just kind of like,
Oops.
Sure.
Sorry.
And he goes, he runs upstairs.
That's
Clean up
knocks,
them
am I
manners.
right?
By the
Yeah,
way,
he's-
I'm sitting in bunk position, just drinking calmly and serenely, like I'm.
But yeah,
Not
this
being
is the
knocked
man that walked down the stairs.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but I said, "Oops, sorry."
I didn't live for that friend.
John and I thought it was abandoned. Honest.
I mean, so Maribel comes back over to the table. I mean, yes, most houses look abandoned here. It's kind of hard to keep maintenance on the houses because, well, it's
Everything trying to
Barovia.
kill you.
It's everything around here is trying to kill us, and we're trying to, well, Barovians, killing Barovians.
What? Wait, what?
That bad, huh?
As Hecka starts to say, yeah, we heard about the tax problem, and that's why the werewolves attack, and then just gets sidetracked
Well,
three words in.
So,
the Burgermeister told us, what?
Yeah, that's. He did say you two didn't originally come with them. Okay, so explaining to you, Hecka and Amber, us Vistani, are safe here in the lands of Barovia. Things don't.
Time out. Hecka and Amber did travel with Mills and John.
Well,
little bit.
for
Not
like
the
a
whole
little
week.
bit. Like you didn't like stop and camp before you got here.
Oh,
And
I thought we were with them for a couple of
Vistani,
days.
no, the Vistani that traveled with you like traveled in silence. Like there was like no talking.
Oh, I was under the impression that like we had done that for date. That
No, no,
we had
no.
joined a couple
Nope.
days ago.
Only a few hours.
It was
Oh.
only a few hours.
Oh, which means no one's seen my face yet.
Yeah, no one's seen your face.
Unless you're eating gumbo with the mask off.
No,
Yeah.
heck, I wanted to see what the food was first.
Oh, what, Crawford? Did you cook
so-
that gumbo?
So
Hey.
Maribel explains to you, Hecka, and to Amber that Vasani aren't attacked or targeted, or Barovia is the safest place for them and can travel to and from Barovia freely. The protection doesn't go any further than the mists, but they can go to and from, and when they're here in Barovia, it is the safest place for them.
Because
To
literally
live.
the land is going to protect them.
The land itself, because she won't explain like Mill and John got, but she goes, because long ago, the prince promised our ancestors that them and future generations will always be safe here on their lands. And ever since then, even after the curse fell upon the land, we have been protected by the land itself here in Barovia. All Vistani, whether born of a non-Vistani in Vistani, and if any Vistani has any blood within them, here in Barovia, they are completely safe. And she goes, unfortunately for the people of Barovia, that protection does not extend to them.
Huh.
A few
Wait,
folks
did you
get a
say
little
curse?
sour about that. So don't try and bring it up.
Oh, yeah. Having cooking skills is valuable, but I turn to and I turn to Crawford. By the way, you cook the gumbo, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
I
Not
like my
spicy
cooking. I
enough.
like cooking.
With fire. Anyway, are you good at
You
any
put
in
that
any
down.
fighting?
I watched some man run for the ball after doing that.
Yeah, cooking is good for for long days of travel and all. Are you good? Are you good in?
Cannot
Are you
wait
good at
until
fighting?
so Maribel turns to Crawford and goes, I can't wait until they see you in action.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a bit,
No, they in for a treat.
Don't underestimate cooks.
I'm almost looking. I'm pretty much looking forward to see how you do.
Especially people from his village.
There's a place where I'm from called Waffle Hut. I've seen cooks do some serious damage.
Anyway,
Oh,
I will have Soren prepare your rooms. Unfortunately, I can only give you 2 rooms.
2 rooms, huh?
2 rooms, unfortunately. Crawford has one of them. One of the other rooms. And me, Gorik, and Soren all live here, so we don't have a lot of rooms, especially since we get travelers, but we don't get that many. So we don't have to have so many rooms open. But I'll have Soren prepare your rooms for you. And she goes over to the woman
How do
that got
people
your
feel
drinks.
about-
What?
How do people feel about temporary but very large trees? Like gonna ask what kind of playing with this.
Gonna try and kill?
I'm
Sure.
well. I wouldn't advise how trees
Anything
like.
showing might not go well.
What do you mean by temporary trees?
I can bring a little bit of home here for myself. For a night. Involves a tree growing though. Just for the night.
I wouldn't do that in town.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll just be crammed in the room then.
Pay for your food, but you don't have to. For tonight, you won't have to pay for your room.
I appreciate that.
As long
Thank
as
you.
none of you
Thanks for hearing
destroy
me.
any of other houses or structures.
Is it too late to ask for some food now? Because that gumbo does look good.
Yeah, I. It was.
She had
really quick.
4 bowls on her and gave 2 to the things, and Maribel goes, I had a feeling, and she put a bowl in front of you, and Amber smiles and walks away.
Thank you. Then Hecka will hop off Amber's shoulder and go, come on, let's sit down. And then Hecka will take off their mask, their 1.5 foot long bird mask, their play doctor mask, and then underneath it, and take off their hat, and underneath it, drop the cowl, there's a very squash-faced bird.
You all
has my
see a
sister seen that face before?
cockatiel sitting in front of you eating food.
Has my picture seen your Hecka's face before?
No,
Apparently not. If we only joined
you've
the
not seen
Y'all-
Hecka's face.
hours ago.
In front of you, in Plague Doctor garb, is a cockatiel, which you guys have seen. You guys have been to Baldur's Gate, and they're all about exotic animals. Parrots are one of them. In travels, you've seen parrots. And you have seen these birds before. They're actually smaller than Hecka, but
By a lot.
by a lot. But this is like a big version of them. But this is a white cockatiel, like white cockatiel.
Look at what I have specifically.
Y'all have seen pictures of Percy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Percy. Not
Hecka. Let's see.
for for the people viewing. I have a pet cockatiel, a white pearl peed cockatiel. His name is Percy, and while creating Hecka's character, I joke that Percy wanted him to make him look like him. And
Right.
Yeah, because I was gonna play a corvid. I was gonna play a corvidae, I didn't care what kind of what specific species I wanted to play. Raven folk of some kind. And then Percy attacked the camera when I said that, and Rose here is like, Percy says you should play a cockatiel.
Yeah, Percy got
Okay.
all angry and was like, "Oh, he should. Oh, Percy says you should be a cockatiel instead because they're better." And so I was joking, but he said he would, and so yeah, he is a white cockatiel. At this point, you can't really see if he's looking like Percy. All you see is feathers at this point. Because most Percy's markers are on him, and most cockatiel markings are on their wings and back.
Yeah.
So
as is the case.
So
with
he
Hecka.
just
Hecka's
looks like a white
off-white
cockatiel.
feathers on their head, with the top being like a long fringe, and
Right.
it kind of flops to the side instead of back, and it's kind of apparent that is a style choice.
My character's unfazed. I met a few Genkus, so I'm not that surprised.
regardless, if you
Yeah, but Kenkus have long beaks.
Kenkus have long beaks, they're corvid looking. This is a giant cockatiel. You have never seen anything like this before in your life. This
Also, most people's
is
masks
surprise.
tend to fit their face shape.
I
Mine
don't
does not.
usually like correct people or players when they say they're not surprised, but this specifically, you have never seen anything like this before. The only times you've ever seen a cockatiel is a tiny bird, parrot, that sits on people's shoulders that is smaller than a person's face.
I just kind of look at Heka.
So it's you don't have to be like, oh my god, but you're surprised by this.
Like it's obvious that Heka's bird folk, but
you didn't know it was
in the realms. There's not bird folk, or there's generally not bird folk, or if there are, they're very rare that have squash face of a cockatiel.
You've seen.
So,
you've seen other bird folk
did not see a Kenku
in
so
Faerun, as there are.
Yeah. Okay.
But this
Aarakocra, Kenku.
You've seen Aarakocra and Kenku before. You've never seen this before.
Yeah.
Like usually Aarakocra are like birds of prey, like eagles and hawks and sometimes other birds, but they usually are bird of prey when you see them. You've never seen this before.
Yeah, I mean the biggest surprise is probably going to be, like I said, the head did not match what the rest of the body and outfit was saying.
Yeah.
And
at
the thing is Haka has pulled more attention than you have, Mill. People are now just staring at Haka.
Heka.
Heka, because they have never seen this before. They're in shock.
I just kind of just glance at do a bit of the somewhat of double take at Heka, and then I hope to drink more out of my mug, but find out that it's empty because I already drank my mead, my ale.
So I guess this is what it's like to be on the other end of that staring. Amber. Referencing to how Heka just kind of stared and went and said in bird folk, "Oh, they're like giant bald monkeys." When she first saw the humans.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and then I look at the mask and I say, "How did that mask stay on?"
By the looks on
There's straps.
Face,
Oh, right.
It kind of just dangles and there's straps on it.
By the looks on their face, I don't think they've
Must be
seen
a pain
anybody
tube.
like you or I. Because they've kind of given a lot of silences to me, too.
You matter. See.
I mean, to be fair, I'm glad that they're as tolerant as us as they are, because apparently they're not friendly to strangers. And, you know, werewolves kind of sound like really big, mean, appearance-wise, versions of Vulpins. So...
Kind of, yeah. And yeah, we seen birds that resemble you back at Baldur's Gate. They're smaller than you.
How much smaller? Like actual birds or bird folk?
Actual birds.
Ah, yeah, see, yeah. We've got birds like that where I'm from too. They're called cockatiels. I'm a
Right.
My species, we were uplifted from parrots and cockatiels and birds like that. Most of the bird folk where I'm from were uplifted from regular animals.
And there's still
By the
regular
Amaranthus.
animals like foxes like me from where we are.
Whoa, music.
So when you said uplifted, that means some sort of outside force, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Long time ago.
Amaranthus. They're gods where we're from.
Yeah.
You might save yourself a bit of trouble there, little friend.
Just out of
Ravens
curiosity,
are,
Crawford, you've never seen folk like me and Hecka before, right? Have you seen people like me before? And Hecka?
You've seen Dragonborn before. This is not your first time.
No, I see who this is, man. Little
All
bug about either
And
that.
Hecka? And people like Hecka?
No, not really.
Crawford, you have not seen anybody like Hecka or Amber before. So this is a new experience for even you.
Back to what I was saying. Little friend, you might have saved yourself some trouble. Uh, Ravens are got important around here. So if anybody asks about that mask, say it's a tribute.
Actually is, by the way. So my primary professor when I was becoming a doctor is a corvum. Yeah, is a corvum. They ravens and the like. And
Like Genkus?
I don't know what a kenku is, so maybe
They're like your corvids, and they make speech. Well, they can speak on their own, but they like to mimic.
They're also a lot bigger than you.
Just FYI for players and people watching, Kenku cannot speak. They only mimic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've changed that.
They changed that. They changed that in the in Modern King Presents.
That's great. I'm not going by that lore.
You know, it was like, what? Did they finally appease the gods so now that they can talk on their own?
Because that's the
Yeah,
reason
let's go
why
with that.
they can't talk is because of what they did to their... Basically, they were enslaved, and they broke away, and they were cursed because they did that. Not okay, but, you know, that's the background and why they only
Yeah, it's the reason why they can't fly, too.
mimic. Yeah, they also got their flight taken away.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Also-
we're not going to go off on that tangent. But I will say,
yeah.
in this world, in this verse of this, because we might do stuff outside of Curse of Strahd when we get there. In Faerun, you guys are from. Kenku only mimic.
Everyone get your meme soundboard ready.
God. Just a stupid question. Can your people fly?
No. Not really. We can glide pretty well. We can do little bursts. I mean, I have to kind of shake my sleeves out first because.
So say if I lift you up and I try to toss you, like try to
I'd
toss you
smack the shit out of you.
willingly,
Amber giggles.
willingly, like we need to cross a huge gap, and I need to like throw you first, so I can like throw like rope at you, so I can climb, so the rest of us can climb across.
Oh yeah, I could. Let me check the specific race stats real quick.
That sort of thing. That's what I'm wondering. Maybe a grappling hook. Ugh. Wish I bought a grappling hook before I met you. That would be nice.
Let's see. I don't know, if you threw me up a bit, I could easily get a good, 30 feet. And that's just if you threw me straight out.
That's good. Another hypothetical situation. What if if you need someone, if I need to like throw you up so you can get to a higher spot? Would that also work?
I don't know. I could go up on my own 10, 15 feet.
All right.
Maybe 20.
I'll catch you if you fall down.
I don't need help on that end.
Oh.
I'm good. We're us bird folk are good at falling without getting hurt.
Oh, good. Huh.
Kind of the
Huh,
glide
that-
thing, you see.
Good as like like you won't get hurt if you fall down and I miss. That sort of thing.
I still smack you.
Well, don't miss.
Yeah. So. Oh, Coffer, where? You said you came from a nearby village?
Nope. Maribel specifically said he is not from around here. His village is quite far away, unfortunately, is what she said.
Oh, okay. So I misheard. I thought he said that he came from Barovia, and now,
No,
like, in
no.
my mind,
She
the
said-
Barovian
she said-
accent went from standard Transylvanian accent to
So
Cajun.
no. So she specifically said a village in Barovia in the southwest. So he's from Barovia, from what you can gather from what she was saying, but his village is far to the southwest.
So, Coffer, so you came from the southwest of this Barovia?
Yeah, I've been making pit stops in just about every town and on the way, and seeing if I can find anybody willing to give me a hand.
I do the same thing, but as a doctor.
Well, I think we got a lot in common here. So, most of the folk here seem to be very suspicious of outsiders, like me, John, Hecka, and Ember.
I mean, yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with that. We don't. There was a while of just not very good folk who show up and cause some trouble, and we hey, it just gotta carry over to everybody.
I mean, when you're being attacked by werewolves that apparently are shapeshifters, and they could be people during sometimes, and apparently now strangers come in and mess with them. Yeah, it's understandable.
What sort of folk are you talking about?
Oh, just for anybody, people like yourselves who come here from places that aren't really connecting.
Huh. All right.
Beyond the mists. Drink, get some gumbo.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that.
By the way, this stuff
Yeah,
is
that-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. It's not quite spicy, at least to me. I breathe fire.
Fire and spice and the same thing, my friend.
Needs more
Yeah.
spice though.
Oh yeah, I agree. It needs more spice.
Needs more, another slurp, and some of it hits Hecka in the eye and goes, and they go,
Oh my God! Do you know about
birds
about
and capsaicin?
parrots?
Yes. I also know that most pepper spray does not work on turkeys. Same reason.
I will just say, out of character, Hecka will always say it's not spicy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Parrots specifically. So, fun fact, everybody, all the viewers out there, parrots don't, because they have. We taste spice, like the spice of like hot
Capsaicin.
peppers, and the capsaicin, is because we have enough taste buds to taste it. Birds do not. Birds do
Not
not
only
have
that-
enough taste buds, and the fact that their tongue, like the roof of their mouth and the back of the throat, is where their taste buds are.
question.
They
What about
don't-
lizards?
I don't know.
You'd
But-
have to look that one up.
You'll have to look that one up. But specifically, parrots themselves don't have enough taste buds. So, like, a parrot can eat a ghost pepper and be fine.
Not
Oh.
only that, most birds are relatively unaffected by capsaicin, not just by eating it, but like if it gets in their eyes.
Yeah, like
There's
their
a reason why there's
systems,
special pepper spray for turkeys.
like
Because you do it on use regular pepper spray, which says use capsaicin, and they'll just go, "Oh yes, thank you for the balming lotion on my eyelids,"
Thank you.
and then peck the shit out of you.
Yeah, no. So birds specifically can't really taste like the capsaicin and spice, like spicy foods. So yeah, Hecka will always say it's not spicy enough because they can't taste it.
I'm still looking it up.
Anyway, moving on. So you guys, yeah, Maribel comes back, or not Maribel. Soren comes back because Maribel's fixing up your rooms, and puts down the juice on the table. He goes,
Yes.
"You distracted Maribel enough with your breaking down our burgomaster's door that she forgot to give this to you."
That's perfectly fine. Thank you so much.
She kind of.
How much do I owe you?
Because I can't remember what you said.
I said the modest food.
Yeah,
Me
so
on me on that, eh? Hey, you all gonna help me out?
a
So
piece or a few.
food's on me.
Oh, thank you, good sir.
Yeah, you're too kind.
A chef, a warrior, and a gentleman. You two can learn a thing or two from this guy.
I just kind of like turn and glare at Hecka.
You can't read Hecka's face.
I forgot to ask Crawford.
That is actually a
I know
species trait.
you say you don't really need it, but would you like a glass of Wizard's wine?
Wizard's wine?
Well, since we won't be meeting anyone later tonight, yes, I think I would.
I'm down for it.
No, I was just offering that to Crawford. I'm sorry.
Oh, I apologize. I thought you were talking to me because I mentioned earlier about not wanting anything alcoholic because we may still have we may be continuing to work. But no.
She generally looks sorry about the mix-up. That wine is specifically for Barovians. I'm sorry.
That's fine, dear. That's fine.
I can get you ale, anything. Well, not anything, but most other things. But we can't give the wine to you. At least that specific one.
Oh, yeah.
May I ask why? Just out of curiosity. If not, that's fine. I get that there's some cultures that have, certain secrets.
I mean, it's
and
not
other
really
traditions.
A secret.
It's a secret to everybody, apparently.
If she
Hecka once again just kind of turns.
looks at you, Bill, and just kind of she was being quite nice to my brain.
The Hecka.
To Hecka, but kind of composes herself. Goes, no, it's special wine made for us, so, well, the ones with souls.
Wait, souls?
Yes.
This was brought up last session.
Oh, right.
Yeah, your character knows about this.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that many of the recipes here lack.
Special for us with people with souls specifically. The shells can have them too because they are Barovians, but the wine is special and helps us get through each day.
How dirty it is, I'm pretty sure, that's something you need.
I couldn't help but ask, why don't many Barovians have souls? What happened?
That is.
I don't really
creepy.
know.
Wait, where did they hear about this? Was it while traveling with the Vistani?
Vistani.
The
They're
Vistani
right
told
outside.
them.
Right outside.
Yeah, like right outside the.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's right.
Like
I'm just
you
with
you
the-
bumped into the leader of this group, ran into their daughter, and she told you guys about it.
Okay.
Well, at least about the shells and the souls, the people that are shells and people that are souls. Generally, she says that there's more bodies than there are souls here in Barovia, so most Barovians give birth to a shell. But there are people children that are born with souls, but it's more shells than there are shell children born more often than children with souls.
So basically, children with souls are like left-handed people.
Yeah, at this point, yes.
That is something. So how can we tell if you don't mind me asking, one has a soul or not? By
She looks
how they.
direct. She doesn't say anything, but she looks directly at the lady at the counter, at the bar.
Okay.
They'll
What about
usually
her?
look like that.
I look at the lady. What does this lady look like? So we can keep that in mind.
She is pale skinned.
Pale skin.
She is
Ludel.
colorless eyes. Her hair is void of color. Like it's different shades of gray. She has an emotionless look on her face. Literally, the moment, I will say, when you kind of looked around, when everyone went, "What the hell?" when the mask was removed, she made. There was no emotion. There was no surprise. There was nothing. She looked at him, and then went back to work like nothing.
That's. Huh.
Shells.
No one had any
Gave
idea
him
why
instant
some people
sunlight.
here are born without souls. No idea at all.
And
Believe we told you.
from
He
what
must have come down to this place, ain't connected to nowhere.
Huh.
a lot of people are born, there are more there's less souls here than there are bodies. At least that's what I've heard. It's just a way of life here. Most kids have no souls. They're called shells.
That's
I mean,
sad, really.
The ones with souls are protected, and cherished, but most children are not born with souls. Now I need to get back to work. Do you need anything?
Another serving, please. Still hungry.
Right
Well, that
away.
won't be my specialty.
Don't worry about Crawford, I'll get it. And she walks off. A lot of as you guys sit and talk, more and more people, including the Vasani, get up and they leave. You hear like the rain has slowed. It's more of like a sprinkle.
That was good timing. Right as you said that, I was listening to Vistani camp music, and the song ended right as you said that.
That's hilarious. Anyway, so the Vistani outside, like the rain has let up not completely, but the like it's lightened up, and the Vistani are setting up camp. And by this point, the tavern is almost completely empty. People are going down. Maribel comes down. You do notice that the gentleman that left um, sorry, give me a second. Where is he?
Greg?
Greg. Does come back. He's drenched. And
That's
walks
the guy that went to
upstairs.
fix the Burgermeister's house.
Yeah,
right?
while you guys were talking, he did leave. Like, he came back down fully, like, in actual clothes. Vistani just outfit, like, motley, and there's, like, more layers than usual because was raining outside, but he's just drenched, and he walks in. He, like, pulls up.
Gotta kind of hop up and go, sir, as thank you for helping fix the door here. Let me help you. And then we'll look again at John and I just blinked on Nord's character. Mill. And say, I guess I can dry clothes. And then cast prestidigitation.
Like, he's about to pull off the light, and he goes, oh, thank you.
You're
He
welcome.
kind of settles it back over his shoulders, and he nods to Yell and says goodnight and goes upstairs. Maribel comes
Goes back to-
down.
Goes back to
So,
eating.
Is there a preference of who gets what? Like I said, there's only 2 rooms. So.
How big are the beds?
Human size, I suppose.
Yes, unfortunately, we only have 1 bed per room.
I can kind of just stand in a corner.
I look at Heka. You can?
Bird folk. Emphasis on bird.
Oh.
Oh, surprisingly, cocktails
makes
do
sense.
just kind of stand and sleep at the same time. It is
I look at
thematic
Sean.
for them.
So who wants to get the bed? Are we sharing the bed again?
Oh, I don't
Through
think
the
the
floor, you
beds
get
are big
boots.
enough for 2. They aren't big enough
Definitely
for 2.
not for a 7-foot-tall dragonborn, and I don't think the bed's even big enough for 1 7-foot-tall dragonborn.
I do apologize. I don't think you'll fully fit on the bed if you do take a bed, but it definitely won't be enough room if you would decide to share with one of your companions.
What do you think, John? And there'll be something on the floor if you're gonna take the bed. Since it's not
Amber
big, since it's not big
goes-
enough for me.
I can sleep on the floor too. I'm okay.
No, 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 no.
I have blankets.
Oh, no. I got the floor. You guys take the bed.
All right. I think the bed's big enough for that's it's gonna be definitely more than big enough for you, Ember.
And there are
Wait,
two.
Before we claim beds, let's see what their beds look like.
Yeah, so
Right.
you guys go upstairs. Maribel leads you to the rooms. Yeah, the beds are standard single beds. John could fit on one fine. Mill, you could.
Is it cold mill?
You could. Your feet would hang off. A good portion of your legs
Just his
would be
feet.
hanging off.
I think he would be able to lie down on it and put his feet on the floor.
Yeah, like your feet laying on it, like your knees would bend, and like your feet would be on the floor. Like you can lay on it. It's not gonna break under your weight, but you don't fit. She's like, I can give you a blanket to cover your whole self. We don't have a bed big enough. Usually our visitors aren't as tall as you.
Well, have you ever met a Goliath before? Some of them are bigger than me.
I have actually. Before I established the tavern, I would travel around between realms, and I've seen my fair share of Goliaths.
And fear bugs too. Yeah, they're
Yes,
pretty big.
I've seen all. I've not seen.
Beer bugs? How big are your bugs?
They
never-
can
I
get
understand. If they're bigger than you, I understand why you call them fear bugs.
big. Oh no, fear bugs.
Fear bugs.
Oh,
We do have some pretty big bugs here,
They
though.
look like people, but they have like cow-like features.
Not all of them.
you're a giant lizard person, apparently a dragon thing. These, and again, and Birdfolk says bald monkeys, humans, and oh, bird. See the fuck? What do you mean by they look like people?
Amber's very quiet, but she is laughing so hard by his outburst right now.
Yeah.
People like John, Hecka. Like, I'm using like human as a basis, okay? Also, they're also like, like
Yeah. Just a sec.
yeah, they're also like people that are like about a little taller than you, Hecka, but very very wide, very stout. They're called dwarves, and there are like other people that are pretty like about as tall as John, but very slim, elves, pointy ears, and there are people that are about as tall as you are. They are gnomes and halflings. They look like John, but they're short.
Anyway, so go
That was,
figure out your beds, Crawford.
Right.
Good night. Hope this.
Nah.
She looks at all Amber, Hecka, John, and Yumil. It just kind of looks you over and goes, I hope this works out for you.
Me too.
Good night.
Yeah.
And she walks down the hall to a room, opens it, and goes inside. Y'all figure it out. We're not going to really go over who sleeps where, but y'all figure it out. And y'all fall asleep.
Yeah.
Y'all wake up.
Yeah.
Some more sore than others.
Like who? Like who? Exactly.
Depending on what you guys decide to do, which you guys can talk off stream, but some of you, I will just say all of you, at some degree, are sore because you're in beds that you don't normally sleep in an environment you usually not usually in.
Oh.
Y'all
get up.
Which, even in a place
Y'all
that
go
is
downstairs.
relatively safe, without werewolf attacks and vampires and
Like-
and scarier shit.
I will say, you hear the flapping of wings throughout the night. You hear the howling of wolves as well. You hear a lot of strange noises, but nothing happens. No visitors. It is safe, like you're surrounded by Vistani.
Could I? Yeah. So Silicon, I told Hecka about what a dwarf is, what an elf is, and what halflings and gnomes are.
Yes, we've established that by our change of scene. Or before change of
We
scene.
got tall, skinny bald monkeys, short, skinny bald monkeys, short, pudgy bald monkeys, short, really wide, strong, half bald monkeys.
The tall, thin ones have pointy ears.
No,
And none of them
elves.
have tails, correct? Basically.
No, they don't. They don't.
No.
I've heard this this
Oh,
one.
there's
elf
also
who's-
some that are either on fire, partially made of water, air, and earth. Anyway, moving on. We're moving
Oh,
on.
now you even get to the tieflings.
Anyway, so you
They
guys
do
go
have tails.
down.
You have teeth, people?
Oh my god.
No,
Tiefling.
They,
You have a weird discussion about what tieflings are.
Yeah.
You guys meet up with the Vistani that Mill and John were traveling with. Do you guys go to where Baba Eva is?
That's
Is that the same
Close
person
phone.
that you mentioned last session of
Yes.
Yeah.
Madam Eva? Okay.
Yeah.
I meant last session I meant to say Baba Eva. Baba
Okay,
Eva
then I will.
and Madam Eva, same person.
Okay, then I will
Her
remove.
name is supposed to be Baba Eva.
So yeah. So that's where everyone recommends us to go. So that's yeah. Not sure why.
No,
All right.
Yeah.
the Vistani,
I just had to imagine
how them be pretty
Heka's
wise.
reaction to tieflings.
Yeah, teeth people.
I mean, after his outburst, but like before you guys went to sleep, yeah, no, it's probably about the same. All right, so you guys follow across. You go to the western exit of the village of Barovia. As you guys leave, you see Irina come. Like you guys are heading out as Burgomaster Irina goes into the tavern. But you guys continue on, and you travel for a couple hours outside of Barovia, heading. At first, it's like west, and then you continue going. Go west, and then the road kind of curves up, and you're going northwest. You start following a river, and at some point, you reach an encampment. Let me find this so I can.
Oh. I need to switch ambience.
Please, you don't have to state that every single time. Where are you? Where the heck are you? Oh my god.
We got up alongside the lake. We could just see it from.
I mean, as you
Across.
travel along, you do see a castle up on a cliff over the trees. Especially where you are, if this decides. Dang it.
I was trying to look up to see if there was like a gothic morning mood. And I found morning mood, but it's Monday morning, and it's called Morning Mad. It's a very angry version of the song.
Tessier Pool encampment. Come on, Tessier Pool. Where's my encampment? We are going to pause real quick while I look for this, as well as when we go into the bathroom. So, we will be back shortly. This will be the wrong scene because I haven't changed that one yet, so it will be the old cast. But anyway, we will be right back to Chris's Strahd.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Oh, I did try to kind of change it. Look at that. Sure. Yeah, it's called their crown feathers. Mm-hmm. Reverence. I'll get some caffeine. I have a headache. Oh, sorry if that was me. It's really hard because Sassy took my mute button off my mic. So I have to go into like my stream labs to and then to find myself in my mixer, in the Streamlabs mixer, and mute myself before I cough or sneeze or blow my nose, and it's really hard to do that. So I've just kind of given up. So I apologize if it's loud and annoying, but I can't just hit a quick button. I have to get a new mic for that. So anyway, are we ready? No, your brother's still not back. No, he's still not back on his. Alright, you ready? I did. You can eat while play, but do not slurp in your in your mic. Perfect. I will not be muting myself when I cough and blow my nose because I can't. But I will, yes, my bird has stolen that from me and it's unfixable. Anyway, yeah, so I apologize. I will try to do it away from the mic as much as possible, but I cannot promise you anything because I am still sick. Alright, everybody, we are back. So let me see something real quick. We have, I do want to correct myself. The road, once you leave, the village of Barovia, goes south. Like, not straight south, but like a south-southwest way. And then you go into the southeast, Slavic woods. It curves around after crossing the river. You follow it. It heads the trail turns to the northwest, and you continue on, and you hit a fork in the road.
Damn it, it's never a spoon.
And
That would be a valley.
the group of Vistani head take the right path, which is like looks like it's traveled more often. Actually, less often. It travels less often, and into a more wagon traveled road. There's definitely like divots in the ground where wagons go all the time. And you come across the road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep roots in the earth are evidence of the coming and going of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly give way to the black clouds boiling far above. Give me a second, I gotta change the music. Where are we? Is there one? There isn't. What? Oh, so.
What song you doing?
Oh, I'm just gonna do the Slavic Woods since technically you're there. Anyway.
That's like what's the funny one.
There's a clearing here next to the river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrels topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shores of the lake. It sags from its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around the bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest edge. Give me a second, and you guys, you are
What's this?
right. Where are you?
Where's the? That's right. You're doing a playlist for Twitch, but not on the group thing. Okay.
No,
You said Slavic Woods.
Slavic Woods.
Ambience.
Slavic Woods.
Oh, I gotta actually go there. Can I please go there? There we go. I don't know why. Give me a quick second while I make this visible for everybody. Oop, nope, that's not it.
Oh, Sphalic Woods.
I'm sorry, I don't say things correctly, but you know.
Oh no, I heard Slavic, which still works.
Oh wait. Reveal. No, subtract. God, I have not TM'd the game in the longest time. Why can't... Oh.
It's been annoying.
It's not... I don't know what's going on. I will have to... Can I just remove all... Reveal all. Oh, God. I'm sorry, guys.
I see a black map.
Yes, I know. Turn off. Reveal all. Why is this not working? Because I am on player side as well, so it's not revealing this, and that's really annoying. Alright. I'm turning off Fog of War. Sorry guys, give me a quick second as I try to figure this out.
Oh, there we go. I meant to share this earlier. It's the music that was playing as we woke up, and it's Morningwood, but in a minor key. I just kicked my cat in the face. I'm sorry. I did
Rude.
not know he was over there.
You okay?
Well, I
Kicking
don't
the
know
face hard, I just-
why.
That's weird. I saw the map as I went to the tab for a fraction of a second, and then it disappeared and turned black.
I don't know why it's not doing anything. Sorry guys, technical difficulties.
Yeah, we'll gain, roll 20 being roll 20.
There's a light here. Light here. And it's not revealing anything, and it's very annoying. Why does it not work when I want it to? is it? Because oh my goodness. Oh,
I saw the
god
ping.
damn, you guys need to. Oh, I know why. God damn it.
What happened?
I blame Chuck Norris.
Can you see anything?
I can see the pings.
I can see the pings.
Yeah, I see the pains
Like,
because
my-
I did that
I
myself.
think that's
Alright, I will have to
that's
fix
what-
things later. I apologize, everybody.
Because when I switched to the tab, it showed the map for like a single frame.
Yeah, I
And
don't
then-
know what's going on, and it's just gonna have to. We're just gonna have to deal with it for now. Fear of the mind, this situation. Apologize, everyone. Alright, so, there's a campman, the largest tent here is, I'm gonna remove this to myself so I can actually see things. I think maybe because, your tokens aren't there, so, you know, whatever. I'll have to deal with that later. But there are, so the wagons with you, that you guys are with kind of are stay on the, whoops. Kind of stay on the road for now. They kind of pull off, there are, there's a campfire with 4 wagons around it. As you're looking at the fire, there's 3 tents. One of them is very big along the river, like I described. And there's 3 10-foot camp or tents to the left of the campfire past the wagons. And there is, like I said, how many? 8 horses drinking from the river. There is a rectangular tent. The rectangular biggest tent by the horses is by the river.
I'm gonna lead Eddie over to the water over there, and
You are the gentleman that is leading everybody. Hold on, I gotta make everything quieter. Holy shit. Sorry guys. You guys go and go to the river. The people around the campfire, they look at you and okay, so the Vasani that are with you, the gentleman goes and point to the big tent by the river and goes, "So, Baba Eva is in the tent by the river. We must continue on, but I hope what she tells you will help in your travels." And you are left to your own devices here at the encampment.
Huh.
There's
Thank
about
you
12
for,
Vistani at
Huh?
out and about, looking. They kind of look at you, and they're like watching you, but the majority of them are just kind of, they're talking and they're laughing, telling stories. They are guzzling wine like it's water. It is completely obvious that these guys are intoxicated.
Oh, great. Drunk.
I mean, from what
That's
we've been
good.
hearing
Come
about
on,
this
up,
place,
Brandon.
I'm not surprised.
There are there are so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 of them that are definitely looking intoxicated. There are 3 to your left next to 2 wagons that they're talking and they're sipping wine. They definitely look sober. They're kind of like looking at you, and
Heck is just gonna ride up to them on Eddie and go, "Hi,
Come on, Brandon.
I am Dr. Hekagavin. These are my
Traveling companions.
yeah, these are my companions. This is Amber. This is the amazing chef Crawford, and these 2 brutes are Mills and John. We are here to see Baba Eva, and also may I take my donkey over to where the horses are so that he can drink some water."
one of the sober Visani nod and gesture to the river.
Thank you.
I look to Crawford and says, "Are all of these Vasani like this? Like drink like there's no tomorrow and stuff?"
Eh, you'd be hard pressed to find them not drinking, I suppose. But don't seem to hurt nobody, so don't see why not.
I've heard that they're not affected by this land, which kind of tracks. Still,
Am I right?
most of them seem like good companies. For the most part, if they are rather you know,
Yeah,
are they
I'm sure you
always so
would ask
friendly?
these people right here, but they be a cheaper folk.
Right.
They ain't too bad. They
Alright.
bring lots of fun around. They bring some fun around my village.
Just
So we
FYI,
Use your
Lego, Crawford, you know, not all Visani are nice, but they all seem nice.
Yeah. Well, not the first time. I've been with the company.
Let
Crawford, yeah.
Crawford say that. But Crawford, for your information, you know by experience, not all Visani are nice, but they always seem nice in the beginning.
And Crawford's good at reading
From Minnesota or the South.
people. And Crawford's actually good at reading people, so. But I will say these a few over there are not that fond of folks that was Donnie or Strahd.
Right.
So
Wait, what did you just say? Like. Yeah, that's what.
if you aren't that fond of people who ain't Bastani and Strahd, sometimes it ain't that Bastani either.
Huh. I've been with the company with the company that seems to do good deeds and all. Turns out that they didn't, and things did not end well for them. That's all I'm gonna say on what happened. And you kind of hear like a bit of a growl when he says that like that about hit the companies that that he was with that did not turn out to be good people.
What happens?
As long as they don't start some.
Um.
Anyway, my
CD
friends,
Wolf, would your character know what my character's talking about?
would you share war stories?
If you have already.
I'll send you a private message, CD Wolf.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah. I believe I told Rose about this.
Let's
Give me a
talk about
second.
it off stream.
Off stream.
Yeah, I'll send you a message.
So,
It's not going to be relevant yet, so.
Hecka. I'm saying this wrong, aren't I?
No, you got it right that time.
Hecka, you walk over and you bring your little donkey friend to the river to drink. The laughing and the
Yeah, so.
and the storytelling is kind of quieted down, but they're still doing it. Ooh, no. So you can.
All right, send you a message, CD Wolf.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so, Hecka, since you are the closest to the tent at this point, you feel like something within the tent is staring at you. It's not like ominous, something's gonna kill you, but something very old is close.
Hecka's going to say, as if not talking to anyone in particular, well, it seems like it doesn't matter what place you are. Whether you're in the old woods, there's older things still. And then hop off Eddie. Actually, toss down their shoes and then hop down into the shoes.
Hecka, so weird question. Are there like donkey folk where you came from? Because that's gonna be really confusing if that's the case.
It said they,
Do you get confused for a large lizard?
No.
And then Hecka's just gotta... What Hecka's doing is glaring, but being a Luma, you can't tell that that's what Hecka's doing.
Oh, you know when a bird's glaring at you, just FYI.
Like...
I own 4. I always know when they're glaring at me.
Oh no, that's good. Lumas have a racial trait that makes it so that anyone that's not a Luma trying to use insight on them has disadvantage.
Oh, well, if you're making it obvious, you can make it obvious. Yeah. Or he doesn't have to insight it. He can know. If you want.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Hecka's basically based on the tone of their voice, glaring at you.
So, John, so...
Like the question wasn't just stupid; it was insulting.
Man.
As you guys are standing there, I will say you notice because just for future reference, if there's not a fight happening, it's always social. If it's a social situation, Amber's always right next to Hecka. So
Yeah.
Right now, she's staring at the large tent, and at first, poofed out, and she's just staring at the tent.
What's the matter?
So there's something old in the tent, isn't there? Old woods and older things still.
I raise a brow. What do you mean by that?
One of the Vistani, a woman, because I mean, around the fire, it's not just men. There's women.
Oh, bless,
Sorry.
bless you. Good, you good?
Are you here to say Baba Eva?
Yes, babe, we are.
I'll say this.
Is that who's staring at us?
Well, that's who's in the tent.
Tent.
Tent. Got it.
My wisik audience with your Baba Eva.
She must be the ones she was talking about.
Despite being newcomers, our reputation precedes us.
That ain't always a good thing around here.
Baba Eva is a fortune teller and our leader. Why is...
Might your elder spare some time for us wandering travelers?
As long as I can remember, she's always been our leader.
Okay, guys,
She's been expecting you.
Keep going.
Do apologize if we've made her wait.
Do not worry. She's... She knew when you were coming. And she goes over to the tent and she opens the door and
It would now be a good time to do that Gandalf quote, considering that I am a wizard.
The
Wizard is never.
I am not late, I am never early. A wizard arrives precisely when he means to.
Yeah.
I've been going through Hobbit and Lord of the Rings like the last
so
week.
the Vistani woman opens the tent doors and just kind of steps aside and holds the door open so you can go in.
Why Jack, you mad?
It's good to see you again, Crawford.
Not to see you all again.
You two know each other?
We saw him
I
a
can't
couple.
go here.
We saw him a couple days ago traveling to the village of Barovia.
Yeah. But Stoney always welcome, man. I'm always willing to cook up a good meal for people.
Sorry about that, guys. I ordered food and it took too damn long.
That's
Um,
fine.
Wait, are you just now getting back? When did you go?
It was just a
Yes,
little bit ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crawford,
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to tonight's dinner.
Or I make
If
a
you
real
stay.
special for you. Or if somebody needs some food, I'm always willing to oblige.
We always look forward to your food when you come by.
was a full two share.
Sorry, I couldn't help.
Oh, that's gonna
And with that, she stops having a conversation with Crawford and not like go inside, but she kind of
I assume we were just standing. I had some everybody like half walked in or something. Crawford's walked.
yeah. Crawford walks in. Does anybody else walk in?
Man, that guy walks right in.
Amber's right behind Hecka.
I tell like Tommy, come on, let's go in.
As you two approach the door, you guys are adventurers. You have encountered a lot, especially you, John, as you've done several jobs for the person that you work for. Both of you since the same thing Hecka did. You sense something inside the tent. It is very old, very powerful, and potentially dangerous. There's no, like you don't feel in danger, but there is potential danger if something goes wrong. If something is done. Things will turn very bad for you guys. If a conversation doesn't go well in here. You know by instinct you do not want to upset whoever's in here.
All right.
And as you walk in, the sounds from the howling and that birds cawing immediately disappear as the doors of the tent close. You can still hear the music and talking, but it's substantially quieter. And in this tent, the light is dim. An individual sitting at a table. A hooded figure. You can't see their face. As you look into the hood, you don't see anything. It is black. Like something is blocking your vision from seeing what's underneath this hood. The figure moves and looks like the hood kind of looks up, but you still don't see anything. And in your head, each one of you hear, "Welcome. It's good to finally see you in person. You're here to get information about the Lord of this land."
I thought you guys were hunting werewolves.
That's right.
Why you after Strahd?
Because he's the one who sent them. The Burgermeister was trying to help out the good people of Barovia by not collecting taxes so that they would have some money to repair their damaged homes. And so Strahd sent werewolves to kill the Burgermeister.
Unfortunately, that is what happened.
All
So,
being Strahd, streak of business.
Not to interrupt, but right as you bring out the werewolves, a bunch of wolves start howling when I was listening to the ambience.
Oh yeah,
yes,
and
but I will
and
say,
when she said, the music dims down and the sounds of the howling and stuff die out. That's what it died out on the music for me. I'm like, oh wow, the timing is great.
great timing.
know.
So yeah,
Perfect timing.
all the sounds of the forest that you've been hearing disappear the moment the doors of the tent close. You can hear very lightly, like you're a distance away from the music that is just outside this tent. The individual sitting, their hands underneath the table, presumably on their lap. A deck of cards right in front of them. I'll say, every time this individual talks, you don't hear anything in the tent. You hear it in your minds. Nothing that they say. The hooded figure in front of you in black clothes, hooded, darkness covering their face. They're not emitting any sound. They're not responding in a voice. They're all responding to whatever you guys say in your minds. And I can't really do it because of my
It's not an actual telepath.
voice. But it's very airy voice. Like it's a kind of ghostly, like,
Kind of like talking like this.
yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. But yeah, like, yeah.
How much did Crawford interact with him last time?
Um,
Presumably at least saw her.
Bobby even never came out of their tent, and they never, like, the lady that ushered you into the tent, like, last time you were here a couple days ago, you, like, they brought food to Baba Eva, but Baba Eva never came out. And no one ever called you to go to Baba Eva, even never called for you. But you know of Baba Eva. You know, they're very old. They're very mysterious. And they are a very powerful fortune teller. And all Vistani are very respectful towards them. And if you be disrespectful to them in any manner, the Vistani will turn hostile towards you. Like, you know that.
Crawford has been bowing.
You know from growing up, you have heard of Baba Eva, and you know that they're very old, they're very knowledgeable, they're very wise. They're also called the Seer. And they're one of the individuals in Barovia you do not mess with. Mainly because you'll get the wrath of the Vistani, as well as the wrath of ancient beings here in Barovia. Because you know specifically there are ancient beings that are older than even Strahd here. That are also trapped here as well because of the curse. But they were here even before Strahd. And legend lore says from like passed down legends of your specific town, that Baba Eva is one of them. So it even with the one that tasks you with your task, like they don't mess or even imagine to mess with them. It's very well known that them and a couple other individuals here in Barovia you do not mess with. You will not live to tell the tale. And the Vistani are very protective over Baba Eva. But you can always, when you were here, you can always feel their presence here. You always knew when they were there. Sometimes they weren't there. But when they were in here, in the encampment, you knew they were there. Even if you didn't see them. So.
It's not so fine than me.
Last time you were here, it wasn't time for you to meet me, but it is now. Are you ready for your reading, everyone?
Why we can? Told you will be might be help to us if we came here.
Yes. Whether you take my information or not, it is very helpful.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see what you have in store.
So they take their hands up, and their arms, very wrinkly, old, but their hands move like nothing's wrong. Like there's no age, there's no, because the amount the skin, their skin looks like there's a very old person underneath here. So you would assume and expect that there was some type, like arthritis, hard time moving hands and stuff. They move like the grace of what is a good? I can't even. My brain can't even. Like just
Artwork.
an elegance to the movement of their hands. Nothing
Like a pianist.
Yeah, very smooth and with purpose. And so they take up the deck of cards, and they make a cross with the cards, a 5 card cross.
Is this cartomancy?
In your head, you hear a chuckle.
It was an elective in college. I didn't take it.
I mean, it worked this time.
This one specifically does not have a
Fog before.
fog of war, so that's why this time it worked.
Ooh.
So that's what the. Oh, let me fix something real quick, and we will get to going. There we go. That should do it. Kind of. I kind of made it work.
Ooh.
Oh, no. That was still not. There we go. That's good enough for now. Ooh, let me fix that. There we go. Alright. Fixed it. Anyway. Sorry. She, hold on, pulls for this one. If I can go to the right there. The first card, she grabs this one. She picks it up. And then reveals it. This card tells of history, knowledge of the ancients. Will help you better understand your enemy. I see the skeleton of a deadly warrior lying on a bed of stone, flanked with. Oh my gosh, I can't read tonight. Gargoyles. All right, let me reread that. Try that again. This card tells of history, knowledge of the ancients. Will help you better understand your enemy. I see a skeleton of a deadly warrior lying on a bed of stone, flanked by gargoyles. And it flips and it shows you, it says swashbuckler. She goes to this one, if I'm on the right layer.
Ooh.
This one right here. She picks it up and looks at it. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. And she sets it down. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Wait, so which card was supposed to be the gargoyle one? Because only the swashbuckler was showing.
Yeah, the swashbuckler. Hold on. When she read this one, she said, this card is history, knowledge of the ancient. It will help you better understand your enemy. I see the skeleton of a deadly warrior lying on a bed of stone, flanked by gargoyles. So she's looking at the card, and she's basically... So
Telling what she sees with the card.
what she sees the card is telling her.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be any gargoyles. It's just she's looking at it and seeing something from the card. As she sets it down, she tells you what the card is showing her. They're riddles. You got to figure it out, guys. I know riddles are hard for some players, but you gotta.
All right, so I gotta type this all down.
I will type it up and send it to you guys later.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'll make my child eat.
Like I said, before stream, I have a lot of time on my hand because we're on Thanksgiving break. Anyway, she picks up the top card of the cross, the card that's closest to you guys. This card tells of a powerful force of good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. And then she sets it down. The Vistani have what you seek. A missing child holds the key to the treasure you seek. And then she grabs this one. This card is a card of strength and power. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. Then she reveals it. The treasure is hidden in a small castle beneath a mountain, guarded by amber giants. This one is. She picks up this card. As she picks it up, a card falls while she's still holding one. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. She looks down, she looks at both the cards, and she sets both down.
Huh.
Interesting, 2 cards. First,
Interesting how.
First, answering your question, she goes, normally there's only 5 cards to this reading. First is the innocent. Evil's bride is one you seek, but the other is the mists. A Vistani wandering this land alone, searching for his mentor. He doesn't stay in one place for long. Seek him out at St. Markovia's Abbey near the mists. But you will encounter a choice that will have to be made. Will you do the right thing, or let the land corrupt you and be greedy? She grabs the last card the center card. She picks it up. And now it's like you feel like they're looking at you, and you still can only see the backside of the card. She holds it, her hand out towards you all. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to them. She sets it down.
Ooh.
I see a dark figure on a balcony, looking down upon this tortured land with a twisted smile. And with a single movement, elegantly, she runs her hand across and picks up all cards and shuffles them back in and puts her deck neatly on the table and puts her hands back on her lap. She looks over to you, Crawford. The hood turns at you specifically. In your head you hear, the ones you travel with will help you in your travels. But do you really want to follow the smiling one's orders? Though they give protection now, they might demand more later, more than you're willing to give. Choose wisely, Crawford. It might affect your loved ones' futures.
Do the rest of us hear that, or is it just...
No, that's only to Crawford.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
I'll choose the right thing. That's what it's gonna be. Whatever's right.
The smiling one is not as old as I, but they're good. But they're starting to be cocky, and that can be dangerous to the people close to you and the ones that you cherish. So be careful. Not always promised salvation is the salvation you need, Crawford.
Just kind of nods.
If you do help them with our suffering Dark Lord here in Barovia, they might take the opportunity to take what they want when the Lord is gone for a moment. Keep that in mind, Crawford. And in all your heads, because it's really quiet, but Crawford is talking back. In all your heads, she goes, "May the old ones bless you on the travels and watch over you. There's a lot of danger on this land and a lot of danger in your near future. Rely on each other. Learn to work together, or it will end you all." Even the souls trapped here need saving. Good luck, adventurers.
Thank you for your wisdom, Bobby.
Just
One more question.
nod. Yes.
Any requests for dinner?
In all your heads,
I
there's
kinda like what-
chuckles.
Oh, I kind of like more of what you made back at the tavern at the village.
Provided the spice of life, listen, man. We're gonna.
Yeah. Um. So that's an interesting trick you got there. I say to Papa Eva. Though I have to ask. It looks like you were trying to help us with this. Why?
There's a quiet, like, a piece, and then in all your heads, here. I've been here far longer than the Dark Lord has. To be free from them, to free this land even for a moment, whether it be permanent or not, this land needs. And if I can help with that, I will.
I think I get the picture. I think I understand.
You have seen a lot of hardships and things that some people just haven't. Or if the ordinary person doesn't. People here see it every single day. Even though the Dark Lord is not kind as they once were before the curse. They also deserve relief. from the corruption of this land, even though they are the ones who brought it upon themselves. The innocents of this land do not deserve what they have to live through because of one's choice. To answer your question, Crawford, whatever you deem to cook is good enough for me. Do not take too long here. You must return and save some children in need of being saved. They're waiting.
Alright. We got some good fish in the lake. I'll make a stew.
And they just nod. I look forward. And they kind of rest in their chair. The tent behind you, the door opens. The Vasani woman that led you opened the door for you originally is now opening the door for you guys to leave.
Thank you very much for your time and your reading and your advice, Baba. I almost said Baba Yaga.
Yeah, you did almost so.
I've been working.
That
I'm
is
struggling with that all
a
day.
completely different person.
Yeah, technically we just starts playing in the background.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was thought the same thing.
Yeah, the moment the door opens, the music is like all of a sudden just there. Like it's
Ah,
it's
okay,
it's,
talk about a backlash here. Oh, by the gods.
definitely something you weren't expecting because it was so quiet.
Yeah, I guess he just got so used to the silence and no actual sound. Everything was just mental.
Yeah. Oh,
Suddenly, music again.
Yeah, no, like the moment the door opens, the violins and the talking and the laughing are suddenly just there. It is about noon by the time you guys get here. So it is lunchtime, so Crawford, you can make lunch for everybody.
I'll make. This probably be a survival role since I'm gonna go gather things too.
let me check my skill set. No, I'm not proficient in survival. Anyone?
I'm proficient too.
I've got expertise. I'll be fine.
Hey, having an advantage.
You can,
Oh,
Haka can go with you and they can help you, do it. So you have advantage if they want to help you. I'm assuming they do.
Yes. Hecka needs to know how to. Hecka is a traveling doctor and knows how to.
Hecka can definitely.
The area.
Sorry,
Hecka can
interrupt.
definitely help you. And so you can roll.
There, it finally stayed on. Both of them were 17. Plus 7, 24.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long, especially with help. You come back, you make it an hour maybe.
Red wine fish stew.
Yeah, you make it. Excuse me. Anyway, you guys have lunch, and yeah, we'll end it there for today. As you guys you go and you eat some lunch with Vistani after having a encounter with Baba Eva. And we'll end session. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will gonna wrap up real quick because there's not much to say other than thank you guys for hanging out with us. We will all see you next week for episode 3, and I'm not gonna assume anything with this group.
We
Not
might
gonna
die
do that.
horribly.
They're already more chaotic than my other group. Like, there's no way I'm gonna assume anything from these guys. So, anyway, thank you guys so much. We are going.
Cast AK-47. What?
We
Yeah,
will be
Crawford
going to. Oh my goodness.
No.
Okay. If this decides to work properly. Okay. So thank you guys so much. Like I said, you guys are amazing. Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed what we got for you. Hold on. Oh, that's not. We'll be rating Captain Robert. He is they're playing some D&D. It might be... Oh, no, it's not a rerun. Sometimes that happens, but who cares? Let's go from one D&D channel to another, guys. Thank you so much. Again, have a wonderful day. It looks like they're fighting a Trask, so you guys have fun.
Your ass is gonna get good.
That's 0 to 60.
Yeah, no, that's real crazy. No, I see a Trask in the middle of the screen, so I'm assuming that's what they're fighting. So, guys, have a wonderful evening. Love you so
Well,
much.
they've summoned it to fight Tiamat.
But anyway, we'll see you next week and continue on. Hopefully, they will get to what I'm assuming they're going to. But, like I said, not going to assume anything with these guys. Love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You have a safe weekend. Have a great Thanksgiving if you're here in the United States, and if you celebrated it at all. If not, just have a safe week.
Or else.
Yes, or else. Again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Good night, everyone.
Good
Bye. Bye. That was fun. That was interesting, and I had to resist making a meme referencing Gambit. Like every time we character speaks,
You did a really poor job of that.
Yeah.
Because you did it in the first 5 seconds.
Another one.
When he did that damn answer, I could not stop.
I was gonna ask who wasn't ready for that, by the way.
I'm like, God damn it!
I wasn't, especially because I missed the bit where it said that you were not from this village. I thought you were, and so after saying, yeah, you're from this village, I was expecting Slavic accent. And then Cajun came out, and I'm like, that's okay. I guess the Barovian's here.
So, just FYI for everyone, not everybody will have, because I will not be able to do it, I'm really bad at accents, I will just say, they'll have a accent. Not everybody has that accent here in Barovia. Before the curse happened, it was like a hub of different cultures. So there's people from I'm just gonna say not Asia because I can't think of just the what it said in the original document, but like different cultures came here. It was kind of like a trade hub, so like a lot of influence from totally not Asia and totally not like Arabia and Africa. Like there's, if you look at the style, even in the book Curse of Strahd, when you go to the Barovian, the beginning of it where it talks about the Barovian people, their style isn't just like what you'd expect someone from Slavic or a Transylvania kind of situation. It has influence of a whole bunch of different, and even the people in the picture look specifically from like different ethnicities kind of situation, but they're all kind of like pale and because of just their environment. So like they don't all have the same accent. And so like some will have a Romanian accent, some won't have a Romanian accent, some will have a European accent kind of situation because it's just this place before the curse was a melting pot. So that's why I am allowing the accent that Lego was using, is because certain reasons, but also they are specifically influenced by a specific thing that is from like a bayou or like New Orleans Cajun accent. Like it's heavily influenced, so it's just like don't expect to have the same accent for everybody, because that's just not how it works in Barovia.
Have you ever been to Scandinavia or to northern Britain? You move 20 miles and the accent's so different, it might as well be a different language.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like it's basically the same.